Come on, side by YouTube. Oh, I tell you what, if y'all missed out on the last 2 hours, y'all need to go check out Rems Family Forum. Rem is a great dude. We had a great time over there. He's in the right here. I'm not sure if I even have any moderators. If I do, somebody please add Rem's link to his channel. Great channel, great guy. Yeah, you got to hold it. He's from Canada. You got to kind of hold that against him a little bit. But no, seriously, he's a really good guy and does some great stuff with all the resources he has. The resources he has, he uses it. Q, I don't know how to even make a mod on here. I don't know how I get stuff. Hey there, JT grows JT Jr. grows Alaska. Let's see. Let me start from the top. See who's in here. Tell everybody hi. Chubbs, my wife, she and the D, she's in here. It's the Marshmallow Man, Lewis, Gear, Q. Let's see, Q. Oh, will it grow? John. T-Hand 141 Homestead. What's up, brother? Q. Little Homestead by the beach. Hello. Garden Warrior. Q. Wild Edibles. How you doing? GT. Gosh, GT. I can't wear my. It's hard for me to see. I can't wear my glasses because it makes way too much reflection and I can't see. Everyone, Adventures with Outdoor Eagle, how you doing? Okay, sounds good. Wow, 15 people. It's crazy. Supposed to have some visitors tonight. We're going to see if they decide to show up. Sounds good, Mr. Robert. I know John's not doing nothing, but he's kind of scared. He's going to stay in the chat and he's going to lurk a little bit. He's not going to come up and talk. We do have the Shed Wars, old Shed Wars, new gardening. Gosh, dog it. I done went and forgot. Is 15 enough for karaoke? 15. You want me to sing karaoke tonight? I ain't even got no Jägermeister. I got no beer. I'm drinking some Stella Rosa something. Somebody gave that to Sheena for Christmas and it's been sitting in the ice box. I went and looked for a beer and they ain't got no beer over here. What the heck? Just 15 enough for karaoke. Eric, what's up, brother? GGHC, growing grass hydroponic. No, for real. Global Gardening, Homesteading Community. We're about to have the draft tomorrow night. It's a great community. Used to formerly Shed Wars. We teach, we learn, we make friends, and we have a good time doing it. We did a lot of talking about it on Rems live stream just a few minutes ago. The last 2 hours, actually. Did a lot of talking about it. Tonight's the last night if you want to sign up to get into it. There's no rules on how many videos you have to do. So, Eric, come on, brother. We need at least one more. You can do it. You can do it. Swafford Homestead, how you doing, brother? There's, wow, 18 people already. And no, Rem, it doesn't matter how many people we have in here tonight. I do not want to run them off yet with the bad karaoke. Tonight's the last night to be able to sign up if you'd like to do it. There's no minimum. There's no maximum for the amount of videos you need to make. You make the videos on your own. You don't have to have a teaching in it. If you just want to show what you're doing, how your garden's doing, all of that, you're welcome to do it. It's a great community. It really is. There's a lot of fun, a little smack talk back and forth. Let's see. What is it? Okay, if you're talking about the community, which is, my mind went blank. The global gardening and homesteading community. I want to call it Shed Wars really bad. Um, it's a community. It's a group of people that get together. We break up into two teams. One is Team Will It Grow. One is Team Homestead Aquarius. And we have a growing season that starts in 10 days, I think it is. And there's an end point. And the two teams use what they grow to the weights from what they grow, what they forage, stuff like that, to be able to put in a total at the end of the season, and you win bragging rights for it. It doesn't matter how big or how small your area to grow in is. The main thing that we're trying to do is to promote growing on your own and show people the different ways that you can grow. We have people that grow on balconies. We have people that grow in community gardens. We have people that grow on their back porch with a couple 5-gallon buckets. You know, it's not, the overall experience isn't to have an acre to be able to grow. The experience is to be able to put stuff out there, use the hashtag, and hopefully be able to share with people and get people to watch, to where it, you know, we can teach people to grow. Everybody knows the price of food everywhere is going up. So if we can get people interested and motivated, show them, you know, how easy certain things can be with it, you know, that's what we're trying to do with this gardening community, is to promote growing, promote learning, promote, you know, making friends, making new acquaintances, having a good time, showing people that gardening can be fun. It can be pretty easy. And if you're not growing now, when you need to grow, you're not going to be able to. So, and it's very fun. Yes, it is, Rem. Very fun. So it's, you know, that's kind of what it is. That's kind of what we got going on. You know, I have 3 greenhouses, about 1,500 square feet, just under 1,500 square feet of greenhouse. I grow tomatoes. Everybody's like, well, it's not fair. You're right, it's not. But I don't use all those tomatoes for it. We only weigh in what we actually use and what we actually eat. Doing this actually put us at a point where we started weighing everything, even some of the stuff we sell, some of the stuff we give away. And it was really crazy to figure out that, you know, we're able to produce close to 3,000 pounds of tomatoes in a short season, in the 3 greenhouses. You know, we've never hit the peak of planting at the right time and using heat and moving everything across to the point where we're using fans. We've been burnt out over here at the, okay. So you know, 3,000, almost 3,000 pounds of tomatoes between that. But we don't use that. I think the last 2 years we've ended up with probably around 200, 250 pounds of tomatoes that we use as a family. And that's what you want to, you know, whatever you use in your household is what you would want to be looking at to be able to save and count for weight. You know, it's on an honor system. We don't want to sit here and promote, you know, oh, you got a 5-gallon bucket and you made 75 pounds of tomatoes. If you did, I want to see that. That is amazing. That is amazing. So, yep. Let's do it. Come on, GT. 19 people. Lord. Yeah, Eric, the videos you do are perfect, man. You know, your videos where you made your biochar, and the way you talk about your corn and what you do with them, that's all you got to do. You know, put the hashtag in. There's no minimum, no maximum amount of videos you need to use. Just when you get out there, you talk about it. Your corn is amazing. Since you started showing the corn that you were growing, I tell you, Since you started showing, John has not showed his corn in 3 years, Eric. So you put the Marcia in his place about the corn that he used to grow. Hey, Mr. Jack over at Geeky Gardens, how you doing, brother? Oh, let's see if I missed anybody. I got a real bad habit of missing people when they pop in. I start talking and I can't stop. Yeah, Eric, you got that, brother. Your videos would be perfectly fine. No issues at all with them. Ooh. 20 people, Lord. If we get up to 60 people in here tonight, we're going to see Mr. Roberts' face on camera. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up getting in trouble on here. If the Marcia's, brave enough to come up, I think I'm going to probably end up getting in trouble. It might be my last day for a while. Probably end up getting suspended because this. He hates it. I love it. It's going to be in almost that video at some point. Even the little dude, my little boy, loves that. It's amazing. That's part of the fun of the community we have also. We like to have fun. We like to talk smack. We, pick. If you're not into that, no worries. If you don't want to, if you don't want to be part of that portion of it, you don't have to be. We just try to make things fun and help push through and keep everybody motivated during the grueling parts of growing. It gets over here, it gets hot. We have issues with the growing different things. When it gets hot, we have issues with bugs, and it's fun to be able to get picked on, pick on John, pick on Mr. Robert, pick on Rem. That's to me, it helps motivate me pushing through the stuff. The grueling part of the season, whenever it's hot, whenever the grass is growing and it's picking weeds and pulling weeds, and when it just seems like it's never going to end, it's always fun to find a video, get a little humor out of it. It's always fun to make a new friend off of this. We've made some really, really great friends. Okay. I don't want to butcher it. BB Kernselin. Are you asking me where I'm located? If that's the case, I am in South Louisiana. South Louisiana. 4 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. Ryan, a little dirt never hurt. What's up, brother? Dropping weight? Yeah, kind of. I did. I dropped about 15 pounds and then I quit. I need to get back on my diet. But thank you for noticing. Another Canadiana in the house. Yeah, I'm south of Lafayette, Louisiana. I'm not good at working by myself. I tell you that. I talk, and then I go. Swamp ass. I tell you what, you get that swamp ass in the right part of the summer, July and August over here, it's rough. It's about 100, 105 degrees with 100% humidity. You breathe in water. It's rough. You get that swamp ass bad. Eric, I'm hoping to plant some sweet corn. We caught a little rain this afternoon. I'm just hoping to be able to plant something. I have about 200 tomato plants on the porch that are going to be going out there. The Um, I am planning on planting some. I'm a little late. I have 3 varieties right now. One of them is kind of a late variety. So I do think that I'm going to end up putting probably a little 20 by 20 or 30 by 30 section planted in there. It kind of all depends how everything works out over the next few days. We don't want no more rain. If we can get away without having any rain, I should have I should be able to get me some corn in the ground. Yes. And yes, we do have nicknames. You can make a persona, or you pick up a persona secondary in Shed Wars or the global community, global gardening community, homesteading and community. My alternate personality is the swamp rat. I was given that name, almost given that name by John. We kind of agreed on it after the first one he made was not real good, because sometimes he tries to be funny and he's not. But yeah, I'm the swamp rat. That's part of it. When you get to the marshal's office, you end up with a nickname. If you're into that, if you like that, if you don't have any issues with that, you end up with a nickname. I ended up with the swamp rat, and I ran with it. John thought he was, me in the chest and like, haha, you're not gonna like that. I'm a swamp rat. Dude, I live South Louisiana. I like buy you on the side of my house. We fish in, and we can fish off the back porch. Thank you, Miss Tammy. Thank you for stopping by. Mr. Jack, we finally had 2 weeks with minimal rain in the last 4 months. It took every bit, still a little bit, about 3-4 inches down at my property. It's still a little wet. I was able to turn it over today. We did catch a little bit of rain, but I don't think it was enough to hurt going forward. We're supposed to be sunny and bright again tomorrow with a slight wind, so it should dry it up really fast. I had some issues with my tractor this morning. It took me about an hour. The 3-point lift on the back hung up on me. I had to watch a whole bunch of videos to find out what it was. Found it out, got it working. I was texting and tilling at the same time, and the bolt broke that held the tiller onto the back, and the tiller was hanging off of 2 pieces. The bolt that broke, the tiller was turned back. That thing was jumping up and down. It scared the heck out of me. So we actually have a few videos with my son fishing on the back porch. One of them's a short, and we ended up catching probably about a 25-pound turtle. And he's sitting there, Daddy, I'm like, no. If you ain't gonna eat he likes to hunt. He's never killed anything yet. I think once he does, he's going to feel the impact on his heart about it. Right now, he wants to shoot something, but he has to understand that when he does, he has to eat it. So he's kind of, I want to kill something, but he's still in the hot dog and macaroni stage of everything he eats. He wants it to be hot dogs and macaroni. So he's going to stay like that, hopefully. See Witcher, Mr. Robert. So yeah, that's what we got going on. I have somebody in the basement. I'm gonna bring him up shortly, but I like to let him stew down there because I know as soon as I'm gonna bring him up, and like 19 out of the 19 people's gonna. John, nobody sees you. Nobody sees you. You're downstairs. You can go ahead. You better wait. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm going to bring him up because he's pointing at the name. How you doing, John?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Man, if I was any better, I could not stand it.
I was okay sitting in the basement for a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to bring you up.
Oh, you missed me that much, huh?
No, I wanted to change your name.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you misspelled it. You don't know how to spell very well, do you? Is that a Cajun thing?
Yeah, you spell Marcia with no L's.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
So
100%.
what are you celebrating tonight?
I'm unemployed.
Oh, there you go.
I not that I'm unemployed. I'm just no longer working where I was before. Um, I have other options. I'll put it
Well,
like that.
here, let's have a toast to that, brother.
Toast to that. Payout. Big weight off my chest. A lot of anxiety going. So that's just
Good.
also
Good.
celebrating the draft tomorrow. It's right at that time. We've talked about that the last couple of years. Usually when the draft and everything kicks off, I'm right at that point where, within the next 4 to 6 weeks, I should be picking quite a bit of tomatoes. Um,
Yeah,
and
you start pretty much harvesting before anybody else.
it, if things would work out right and I would get off my butt and run the gas to my greenhouses and start my seeds and everything when I'm supposed to, I should actually be picking tomatoes somewheres between the end of February and the 1st of March.
Yeah.
Um, but starting the seeds at the right time, lining everything up, putting them in the greenhouse. The I should be picking right about the 1st of March. It's trying to find that happy medium because I need a certain amount of daylight for the tomatoes to be able to turn, you know, nicely for them to. You need a good 8.5, 9 hours of daylight for the tomatoes to fully turn, or you end up with a tough skin on it more than people like. Uh,
Yeah, that's yeah, so basically actually I'm glad you touched on that point because that gives me a chance to follow up on what you just said because I do get a lot of questions and Robert does too as to well how does it work in the community as far as the competition part of it is how can somebody like you
yeah,
that are harvesting in March when 99% of us, we're still a month, 2 months away from even planting anything. So basically, is yes, he does start the harvest first, but his season ends a lot quicker than ours does
yeah. But the
because it
middle of
gets too
July,
hot.
I'll be shut down.
Right, middle of July, he's done with his basically his gardening. When middle of July, I'm in the zone 7A in Massachusetts. That's my peak season is the middle of July and August, and
Yeah.
he's all done. So that's how it balances itself out is through certain climates, you know,
You know,
and
we could still grow okra down here.
in the
Okra, not
heat, yeah,
okra.
August, July, August, yeah.
Yeah, it does really good. That's about the only thing that'll grow down here is okra. So, we're still able to grow that, but pretty much the bugs, the heat, tomatoes, cucumbers, stuff like that won't pollinate itself because of the heat, the humidity. Um, you
I
know,
didn't see the I didn't see the I didn't see the dude growing okra last year.
well, if you remember, the first package you sent got lost in the mail, and then it was too late for us to start it by the time we got the second package. And then
Oh.
I think it was November, December, the other package showed up. Yeah. So, hey,
That's
Brampton
the
Gardner,
postal
thank you for
service.
stopping by. John, Sheena wants you the sender would like you to open your gift.
I got the gift, but I left it in my truck, and my truck is at the service station. It's getting ball joints put on it.
You should have stayed with it, got some balls.
Real funny.
Oh, it is.
If you're gonna keep this up, listen, you might as well just keep on drinking because you're gonna have a lot. Yeah, there you go. You're gonna have a lot of time off this year. Go
I'm
ahead,
not going
keep
to
it
take
up.
any time off.
Oh, trust me, I'll give you time off.
You might take some weight off, but all you can do is talk about the time off.
I'll take time and I'll take weight too.
No, you can't take that much weight.
Don't push it. Don't push it.
Well, Mr.
Where's
Jack,
Robert?
that's all.
Is Robert coming up here?
He was taking care of a couple things, and he said he will be coming up.
Oh, that's right. The emails. Yeah, we're almost at 60 people. I think we need one more to get to 60.
I think GT Junior was 58, and hopefully Eric
How
Hale
about
jumped.
how about Geeky Gardens? They don't want Geeky Gardens. I see them here.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Jack, you can do it.
Yeah, I know Jack can do it.
He grows in raised beds in Central Florida. He's actually probably almost in the prime of his growing season right now. He's about a
Yeah,
month ahead of me in his growing
yeah,
season.
yeah. No, it would be nice to see Geeky Gardens come in and show us how he grows in his raised beds. Because I'm a raised garden bed grower myself up here in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. So from Florida all the way up to Massachusetts, that's 13, 1,400 miles apart. So it would be nice to see how he does it in his raised beds. Well, you can always see it by visiting his channel and subscribing to him, but to have him in the community, that would be pretty nice.
Yes.
So, Mr. Jack, you can always email Homestead Aquarius and get your entry in if you're interested.
Hold on. I'm trying to apparently I didn't send Robert the link, so I'm working on that. Keep talking, John. You good at beating them lips.
Well, I got to deal with this little bastard right here. Get out of here. Go to sleep, you little bastard. Dang dog. He won't leave me alone.
It's because whenever you're not around, I mean, when you're not on the phone, you're loving up all over him.
No. I mean, I just let him outside for like 30 minutes. And here he is again doing circles around my leg because he wants to go out again. No, he's not going out again.
Mr. Jack, that would be great to follow along with, even though you're leaving midsummer from Florida and going to Idaho to do it. That would still be great.
Yeah, yeah.
Gardner Josh, how's it going, brother? Yeah, it's that to leave Florida midsummer and head to Idaho is going to be like it's going to be so nice and cool over there compared to
that's
Florida.
gonna be that's gonna be a vacation. I mean, I've been to Daytona Beach several times, and I cannot, absolutely not. I end up being in the hotel room the whole time in the AC. I don't know how you people take that heat. I don't know how you do it.
You get used to it. It's like the cold, it's no, I'm telling you, you would.
I mean, even up here, like not last was it? Yeah, last summer. Getting heat in the 90s, 95, 96. It's unbearable. I can't take it. I can't take it.
We were actually at, I think it was 84 or 85 today.
Yeah.
We had a rainstorm that passed through, and the humidity jumped after the rain. It was really rough.
How you doing, Josh? Gardner Josh, how are you? Nice to see you. He's also Gardner Josh. He's also in Oklahoma. He was with us 2 years ago, no, 3 years ago, baby. And yeah, he hasn't come back, but he's a great guy. Gardner Josh out in Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, the Cosmic Chariot. How you doing?
Cosmic Chariot. He's from Rhode Island. I haven't seen him in a long time. He's been with us in the past as well in Shed Wars. The Cosmic Chariot, fellow Rhode Islander, where I grew up, Rhode Island. Nice to see you.
Cindy Squirrel off grid. How you doing? I'm very sorry. I'm not intentionally missing people. I have a very bad habit of start talking, and I look at the people I'm talking with and kind of skip the chat. I do not do it on purpose. I'm trying to be more conscious about shouting everyone out that comes in. If I miss anybody, please don't be upset. I'm trying. I'm Cajun. I can only do one thing at a time.
We all know that.
Trying to be good tonight, John.
Well, hey, look, tonight, this is, tomorrow's the draft. And so tonight is literally the last night you have of free liberty. So I'll let you, whatever you want to do, I'll let you get it all out tonight.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm just to keep jabbing, jab.
I'm just being fair, and I'm glad that the folks are here to see how fair I can be. Where this is your last night of freedom to open your mouth, run your mouth, whatever you want to do. So get it out now. I'm just there you go. Yep. Because that's how you're going to be screaming if you keep acting up during the season. That's going to be you screaming.
No,
Yeah.
You need to go play. You take yourself and your little 13-year-old girl's shoulders and go find you somebody else to mess with. I'm not the man. I'm not the man this year to mess with, John. Do not start. Your man Keeney is. You better.
I'm gonna take that little bastard out to take a pee. How's that? I'll be right back.
Oh, you're gonna come back in your man Keeney? Look at me, look at me. Send the squirrel off grid. It's not. Let's see how to put that. It's not how much you grow. It's showing how you grow in your area. The weight part is about, tracking personally to see how you're doing, getting into teams to see how your team is doing, and, giving you something to kind of root for and stay motivated with. It's not, trying to outproduce somebody or, trying to do anything more than show how you do what you do and put it out there for somebody else that might be in your area to learn, or somebody else that might be, in a similar growing zone, might be a little bit lower, might be a little bit higher, but in the same situation as you. And, they might be able to learn something from you to be able to grow. You might motivate them to try. That's what this is all about. It's not about standing a chance or produce more or anything like that. The numbers are there just so we can make fun of John when he loses at the end of the season. It's nothing to do anything more than that, really.
Right. That well explained, Danny. And like I said, I have touched on this several times before. Some people still, for whatever reason, they just don't understand the concept. This competition we have is not about individual gardeners going up to see who's going to grow the most food. It's not about individual. It's about you do what you do, I do what I do, he does what he does, whatever. And at the end, as a team, 30 channels on Team Will It Grow will say, well, I grew 800 pounds. He grew 500. He grew 30. He grew 15 pounds. We, as the captain, I add all that up, and I presented at the end of the year, say Team Will It Grow came out with 12,000 pounds. So it's not an individual thing. But I mean, you can do great and you can thrive to do great, which I've seen over the years, a lot of channels that normally wouldn't grow that much food, and because of the competition part of it, they actually amaze themselves of how much they actually grow, and that motivates them to keep it up every single year, and that's encouraging to see that. So it's not an individual thing, it's a team thing, and most importantly, we want to see how you grow your food in your area, like zone 2B. That's a very, very low zone. Interesting to see how you do it in that zone.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It's called a competition more in name than anything else.
Right.
We don't want to. Everybody has amazing things that they do with what they do where they're at.
Right.
You know, we don't want to discredit anyone for growing because, you know, I like watching the videos where the people are growing on the, you know, the balcony. I like those videos with the people growing on the balconies. It's
Yep.
just amazing to see how you have a certain amount of sunlight a day and you know how much you can actually get done by doing this and weighing the stuff that you weigh. You know, people actually surprise themselves. They don't realize how much they actually are growing.
Yeah.
You know,
And they make
with,
it work. There's some people that make it work, like Q Kitchen, Gardening Warrior Q. She grows in a balcony
yes,
and she makes it work.
yep,
So if I was in a situation where I, didn't have access to raised beds in the backyard like she doesn't, her channel would be a great example if I could only grow in a balcony to watch her and say, okay, how does she do it? And I would learn from her. And maybe she would learn something from me. We'd learn from each other. That's all.
yeah. Let me answer this, John. Cosmic Chariot. I still grow in hydroponics. We are still tweaking the system. Um, and we still haven't grown in all three greenhouses as far as the proper tomatoes we've been testing. But last year we was a couple 100 pounds away from 3,000 pounds between the three greenhouses, which is just under 1,500 square feet. So it's right at 2 pounds per square feet in the greenhouse, but it's not. We got 168, 170 plants in the greenhouse. So I never really figured it out per plant. But like I said, we are still tweaking the greenhouse. We had to shut down early the last 2 years because it got hot and we weren't able to get shade cloth. The shade cloth I purchased last year was too dark. They sent me the wrong one or didn't read correctly on Amazon, and I wasn't able to send it back. It was just cheaper to keep it than to send it back. So the last 2 years, we really shut it down a couple weeks early than what we needed. But if that gives you an idea, about 3,000 pounds over the course of about 3/4 of a season. Hydroponics, it's amazing. The plants that we put in the 5-gallon buckets just 2.5 weeks ago, they were sticking out about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, maybe 3 inches, and most of them are up over 18 inches, the plants already. The middle greenhouse is so much bigger and fuller, the plants are, than the two greenhouses on the outside because I wasn't able to take down the shade cloth. And that caused issues with the growth on the two outside greenhouses. But the middle greenhouse is full of flowers already. The outside greenhouses are probably 4 or 5 days behind because of the shade cloth that was left on them. But everything's catching up. But yeah, in one of the things I am doing this year is Gardening Done Wrong is one of the new channels that is supposed to be in here. He's a guy I've known for a couple of years. He grows hydroponic in 5-gallon buckets outside. I picked up 5 buckets, and I'm going to set up a 5-bucket system on the outside, out in the open, not undercover, because I want to see how that actually works out. So that's something that we're going to have, that I'm going to be doing also. With 5 buckets, you should easily be able to feed a family of 3 or 4 for quite a while once the tomatoes start producing. Talk you smack now, John. The boss is here.
I'm reading some emails here. Hi, Robert. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm all right. I would like to welcome the newest member to the draft list and to our community. GT Jr. grows it, Alaska.
Yeah. I'm looking at that right now. Yeah.
Thanks for coming on board, GT.
And that's going to put Remy in a hard spot because GT has already promised me that he is, in fact, going to pet a moose for me this year. Making Remy look bad. Remy ain't even here. He went to bed or something. Oh, GT's gonna pet a murder horse for me. Oh, what is all this I'm hearing up here? Him running his mouth. We ain't even started good, and he's running his mouth.
I'm not running my mouth. I think I'm being. I think I'm being really nice because Q is even in the chat saying she loves me. So I got to be doing something.
Apparently, you got a heat stroke again. If Q's in the chat, if you think Q's in the chat saying she loves you,
She did say you can go look at the comments. She says, "Will it grow?"
she
I
said
love you.
sushi. She said sushi only wants love from you. She did not say she
No,
loves.
she said she loves me. I read it.
You ain't got your glasses on. You ain't read nothing.
She's probably trying to get off of her suspension. Well, actually, technically, Q, your suspension only is active is as officially tomorrow when your name gets called. So as of right now, your suspension's still on hold. So you could influence maybe a week or two off. Who knows? But I love you definitely starts. This is a good start. She did say I love you.
Third best, just like
See,
you.
it doesn't matter. She said I love you.
Every time you comment on a video, John, you put first, and you're always at least third.
Oh,
Oh. Hey, look, Mr. Robert, can you visit for a minute? I need to go outside and suck on a stick for like 3 minutes.
I heard that.
You got that? You good to go for a couple minutes? John will be back as soon as I walk out.
Just make sure it's a stick you suck on.
Yeah, what's his name, Danny? That's pretty cool. I got you. Never mind. Oh, never mind.
Okay, Danny, you can go. We'll take over. Yeah, there you go. Have a drink. Yeah, have a drink. Get your mouth nice and lubricated, and go suck on a stick. Okay, Robert. Anyway, so yeah, we'll be here. We'll be hearing that out that door real soon.
Oh, I'm about to cough up a lung over here. That's
You ready?
funny.
You ready, Robert? He's sucking on that stick. Pretty soon we're gonna hear. What are we gonna hear now?
I don't know.
Come on,
Oh,
give it to us. What are we gonna hear from him?
what are we gonna hear from Danny? I don't know. He looked kind of upset with that bottle, or maybe he's just practicing on it. I don't know.
Press it so we can hear what he sounds like. Oh man, he's getting nailed.
Hey. Oh.
What's it sound like again, Robert?
I can't be cracking on my boy now. That's my man at arms.
Come on, what's occasion sound like bent over?
The same thing a Yankee sounds like bent over.
Hey, oh, poor Danny. Dang it.
Oh my God. Oh. It's going to be a fun year.
Good. He had that coming to him. Good.
Oh.
Oh, his wife is actually watching us crack up on him. Oops.
Oh. Gina's at work.
He's coming back. Behave.
John, I can hear everything that's going on outside. He was behaving.
Well, so was I.
No. Lots of goat.
Yeah. Lord. Yeah, y'all, I've been busy. I have been a busy man this week, and especially these last 2 days. Oh.
Yeah.
We got emails bouncing back and forth. We got, what did I write down there?
58.
GT Junior.
Yeah. 57, we got Brampton Gardner. 56, Cindy Squirrel.
Come on, Eric.
55, 54 is Wilder Stead. 55 is John Faulkner. And we need 2 more.
Well, I never could receive my confirmation email, so
Yeah,
I'd be very
I flicked you the bird the other week. That was your confirmation.
okay. I'll take that.
Me and you have a different understanding of confirmations.
It's that north of I-10 you got.
That's right. Yankee.
He's that north to everybody.
North of everybody. Not quite. We got all our friends from Canada now.
Well, I know the Canada, but the Canadians is different people than Yankees now.
Yeah, but
He-
as far as the United States, I believe I am the most northern in the United States.
The Canadians are nice. Now he's got that Yankee thing. He's further north than the Canadians. Okay, he's like in a place where there's bitter cold, right? Just bitter.
Yeah.
They
Good old
got the fun cold.
Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Can't beat it.
I've
But
been
now they
watching
got
Letterkenny.
pigs. What's that? They got snow pigs up in Canada. Man, that's different. That's gonna cause some trouble with the snow moose. Makes me wonder who's gonna win.
I think the Moose will win, unless there's quite a few of them. But that article I read was pretty amazing. It was. I enjoyed reading it.
I'm gonna look that up. You know, there's a video on that somewhere.
I'll
How they shoot them through the snow with the infrared cameras and stuff.
I didn't see the video. They talked about it in the article.
That is pretty cool, though. You know, being in a helicopter with the infrared and just shooting through the snow. That's pretty impressive.
6 to 8 feet of snow deep. They
Yeah,
burrow
that's-
into the snow, make a hole in there, and they're able. There's enough padding to where the heat they put off is able to keep them alive through the winter.
Can you imagine being in a place where they're hungry and you got them snow pigs and you trying to get through that thick snow and they're slicing and dicing your legs?
Well, I heard they eat their young if they get desperate enough.
They will eat, a pig will eat anything, including
Yeah,
you.
I heard that if they're desperate enough, they will actually breed just to have food supply, which is their young.
Too. They don't have no problems with that. The wild ones around here.
Yeah, which is actually pretty. As sad as it sounds, it's actually a very strong survival instinct. Is to let's just shit out a whole bunch of babies, and that's our food supply. I guess you get satisfaction in both ends,
Yeah.
What do you mean, eh?
Yeah, almost, maybe.
Yeah,
Did you know satisfaction?
John left his gift in his truck.
Yeah, it's getting some brand new ball joints put on.
John should have got his balls back from his wife.
Uh-huh.
I left mine at the post office, I guess. It's still sitting up there. They called me up and I said, "What the hell who sent you this up here?" It kind of broke open.
It kind of broke open.
Is this even legal? I told him, yeah, it was. Just tape it back up and put it over there to the side. It'll be all right.
Yeah. I bet you John didn't really leave that in his truck.
I did leave it in my truck. If I didn't, I would tell you I didn't.
He's scared to open it.
Actually, I left my tax return check in the truck too, right in the front seat. To be honest with you, because Donnie, she's like, "Oh, did you get that check?" I said, "Yeah, I did. I left it in the truck."
That's why you don't have your balls with you right now.
Wait a minute. Cosmic Chariot. Okay, I know it is a mouse was a typo, but a moose? A moose will hunt down a killer whale. Is that a true thing? I'm
I don't have the
I can't imagine the moose would have much leverage in the water against the shark, especially.
Well, he didn't
Against the
say
whale.
shark, John.
Well, I can't imagine the moose would have much of a chance.
yeah. Don't know.
It's like throwing a dog at a great white. I can't imagine the dog would have much of a chance.
What I want to see that. If it's out there, it's probably on Casual Geographic. But I
I
think
would
pretty
love to
much.
see.
I don't see a
that.
moose. I don't see no moose.
The moose has zero leverage in the water. I can't imagine the moose being able to do anything in the water.
Plus, he's a planetarian. A moose don't need to hunt down no killer whale. Cosmic's trying to pull her leg there.
He must be.
I can see a mouse doing it though. A mouse would jump in the blowhole and tickle his innards. You know. Oh,
Yes, so did Pinocchio.
Plenty of gators. Yep, Mr. Jack, y'all have the snakes, the anacondas or whatever out there around your area? Hey, he'd be able to do that too if you get him some of them pythons, anacondas, whatever they got out there. He'd be able to share that too for his weight for Shed Wars if he eats them.
if he eats them, where is Geeky Gardens? I guess he's down there in deep Florida somewhere.
He's in the deep Florida. Yeah,
deep Florida.
Deep Florida.
Yep.
It would be interesting to have him join us, so we could actually see exactly how he grows. But then he leaves to Idaho in the middle of summer. So
that would be cool.
But he just starts again in Idaho. That's what he's going to do. That'd be perfect.
Well, there you go. He could teach us 2 climates in 1 season.
Also, he's what somebody said he's moving. I think I saw that somebody was moving.
Go and help his mom.
Yeah, because the only member we have so far that I know that does gardening out of Idaho is Idaho Garden Girl. Idaho is a pretty interesting climate.
Idaho is South Canada.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
South Canada. Everybody north of I-10, South Canada.
Hey, at least we don't get to deal. At least we don't get to deal with all the damn bugs you guys get down there in those swamps and all that crap.
The lizards falling out of the trees. No, thank you. Yeah, we do have a lot of bugs we deal with. A lot. I'm trying to plant my zucchinis later this year, which will slow down the production, but hopefully they'll be able to produce. The squash vine borers will be gone. Every time we plant them early, we get 1 or 2 zucchini off of it, and the bugs get them. So we're going to be planting the zucchini a little bit later this year. Hopefully the vine borers are gone and they don't come back till the fall.
They did some murder last year on a lot of people.
Southern Boy Prepper, what's up, brother? I'll put down here. Oh, shoot. So, the draft tomorrow, how's that going to start?
I don't know. Well, we're going to do the coin flip to see who starts, who gets the first pick.
John's going to win.
Since I lost the coin flip, and
I'm still not happy with you about that.
I know I was my memory's messed up, Danny, and that was a long time ago for me, basically speaking. It was a problem.
You never agreed to it, but I'm going to leave it right there. I'm gonna leave it right there.
You know,
I went to go check the plumbing. What's going on?
You lost the bet and you cheated to get it.
What? What do you mean I lost a bet? What? You're talking about the coin?
Yeah, John, you were there. We could hear you breathing in the background. You hadn't.
No. I went to go check the plumbing. No, I did not cheat on any bet. I made a legitimate bet, and he lost.
You made an
And
offer for a bet that he never accepted. And then you
Yeah,
made him feel guilty about it. You guilted him into saying okay.
no, and it's actually right there behind. Right there is the actual envelope he sent me that I am going to be opening tomorrow in the draft for the coin flip.
The wooden
That's the 64 Kennedy silver. And I did not cheat. It was a legitimate bet, and I don't lose sleep at night because it was legitimate.
I haven't even had time to go back and check.
Well, it's too late. You already sent me the coin.
Well, I trust.
Oh, it's never too late until the draft starts.
I trusted you,
You have to
John.
use another one.
Right?
Robert, you have trusted me for 5 years now.
Yeah, I trust you. So if it ever comes out that I didn't like lose that bet, that would make you look bad. I mean, we trust you.
Yeah, well, there's no ongoing investigation here. It was legitimate. I said so. I looked it over, and it was official.
So I.
Because I'm honest.
It'd be a shame for some type of new rule to affect you. If there is any kind of corruption on the part of the marshal that could go against you.
No, there's no corruption here. Absolutely not. No.
The Marshal has no corruption. Mr. Jack, I hope there's not a duck in my house. I would not put it past my daughter to bring one in here, but I don't think it is. It might be the cat or one of the smaller dogs, or
the guy that visits once in a while.
That MF drink all my beer while I wasn't here. Not happy about that. I'm drinking wine tonight because he didn't even cut my grass.
Oh man, you got it really rough. The least you can do is cut your freaking grass.
Drinks all my beer. At least he don't break it. No corruption.
Well, at least he does. The other good thing is he leaves the wife behind.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, he leaves her behind. That's good.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, this is a good time since we're doing basically the last minute telethon, to be on either John's or my team. You know, when we set sail, whoever we've got on our ship, that's who we're leaving with. And
that is correct.
And we don't plan on adding anybody else to either ship, okay? Unless something comes up. You never can tell. We do reserve the right to change things if we feel it's necessary, but not going to be allowing anybody else to get on John or my ship. We're leaving. So tonight is the night. If you want to jump in with us, tonight is the night. If you don't, you'll be stuck with Wilson.
Team Aquarius, a team it won't grow.
I think we've done a pretty good job of advertising what it is we're doing. Also with the help of Danny here and Rems family and Bushcraft family, I think we've done a very fair job of advertising what we're doing and the sign up time, the deadline to sign up. So, as of 8 p.m. Saturday night, tomorrow night, both ships are going to sail. And if you're on board, hopefully your name will get called. Hope you guys are there to join us to see if your name gets called. It's going to be 2 days because there's so many people that I can't do it. Me and Robert can't do it all in one day. So we're going to break it up evenly. If there's 60, it's going to be 30 Saturday, 30 people Sunday. And, and also, Robert, tell them about do you want to tell them about the numbering system? Or no? Or do you want to leave that out for now?
Well, we just tell them, we're going to tell them tomorrow anyhow.
Okay, you can explain it to them tomorrow, the numbering system.
Yeah, we're going to tell them about it tomorrow. But just anybody here tonight, since you're hanging with the community, you need to know, keep up with your draft number.
This is important.
And that's all I'm going to say. Keep up with your draft number. Know what it is. You'll be given a draft number, your number 27, whatever it is. That's going to be your number for the season. You keep up with that number.
So, Danny, just make sure you remember number 60.
I have no problems with that at all.
That's if you even end up with a number.
I might not. It might be me and Wilson. And I'm going to rock it. It doesn't.
Yeah, two castaways.
Hey, look, I turn my head around. Me and Wilson are twins. Hiya.
Actually, I think Wilson might have more here than you.
Probably does. Hey there, Dixieland Homestead. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, he might. I can't grow hair on my head. It fell out. It's a solar panel.
Well, you got to harvest it from your back and bring it back up.
I don't have that on my back.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know, so I tried.
Barely you were guessing. What kind of dreams you having about me, John? That's nasty.
I said I was guessing.
Why would you guess about something like that?
I mean, you've seen me naked. You've seen me naked. You know I'm not hairy.
I did not see you naked, John.
Has he sending you pictures too, Danny?
Pretty damn close to naked.
I woke up the other day with the phone ringing. And the notification come in, I touch that, and it's like, John?
Robert, knock it off. Knock it off, Robert.
Okay, all right.
Nope. You got to finish the story. You cannot start a story and not finish it.
I think Robert is done with that story.
Yeah, I'm done with that. We got to, like Cajun said it earlier, we got John is a hell of a sport. But think about this, we're all on YouTube, trying to do our best to make a serious video and be taken seriously. And we have fun with what we do in Shed Wars, but we also have an image out there on our videos. And you don't want anybody to be typecast as this goofy person or any kind of thing like that. So we want to have fun, but we don't want to push it to that point. We're professionals. So we don't want to do a whole lot of that, and keep it classy, right? Keep it classy. But we do want to take care of each other and, take care of each other's image on YouTube for all of our channels. After a while, it gets a little old. And like you said before, it's John over there by himself, and he's a hell of a sport, but it starts to wear on a person, So.
Well, I can only take so many sucker punches,
Oh yeah.
I got a pretty solid. I got a pretty solid chin, but there's only so many sucker punches I can take. Is there something funny?
Oh yeah.
What's that?
Please
enlighten me. What's so funny?
I'm trying, John. And then you put that in there.
Robert, I could have sworn that you were done telling stories a minute ago.
I am.
All I'm doing is laughing.
We're gonna
He called on.
we're gonna aim stuff at Wilson this year. Lord.
I'm going to hell. Billy, we can share a project off grid. What's up, brother? My heritage is Nova Scotia and the Canary Islands. My mom's family is from Nova Scotia, and my dad's family is from the Canary Islands. Mixed in with some German, Indian. When my dad's people moved here, the 5 generations before, it was never the same. You know, it's German, Indian, just mixed up a lot.
The Canary Islands and the Azores are not that far apart.
No,
That's
they're not.
pretty cool. I mean, y'all got some almost kinship like that.
Might be cousins.
Might be.
If John's related to any Dominiques, I could be a cousin because that's what it used to be.
I can guarantee you there is no Dominique in me.
We could see the difference.
Like zero chance of any Dominique with me.
In you? God, I gotta quit. I need to quit drinking.
Hey, get it out of your system tonight. No, you don't need to quit drinking. Get it out of your system tonight, because as of tomorrow night, where the hell did he go? He just disappeared.
Stop making me laugh. I got a Charlie horse.
Old man down. Send help.
Oh, if I sit down, I ain't getting back up.
See, that. Sorry, Danny, you're being punished. See, that's
Oh, I know I'm being punished. Oh, that thing went to lock up when I was sitting down. I had to get up.
Oh,
that's
there.
punishment. That right there is a sign of what's coming to you.
Oh God, that almost got me.
You better watch it. Get it out of your system tonight, because as of tomorrow night, you're under my control.
No.
Oh yeah, you are. Watch it.
No. Watch how you word things, John, because all you're gonna do is stir the pot. You want me to be nice? Don't be stirring the pot.
You know how I play. I'm very fair. I'm very fair and nice until I'm forced not to be.
My face hurts, y'all.
Yeah, here you go, Danny. Stop. Yeah. Cheers, buddy. Cheers.
Oh
God. I was almost in a situation.
I'm pretty sure you find yourself in a lot of situations a lot of times.
Beer is better inside than out, Dan. You don't want to spray that. That's $5 stuff there.
I don't have no beer. I'm drinking some wine that was given to Sheena for Christmas that she never drank.
That'll put sticky all over your keys.
Oh yeah, her Sheena's boyfriend drank all my beer while I was at work. Didn't even cut the grass. Yeah, I end up with hamstring cramps often, Billy, and it's pretty traumatic sometimes.
Yeah, actually, Billy used to be a former Yankee, and he chose to give up the Yankee life to go and mix himself with the rednecks down south, which
Tennessee.
I don't understand it, but
from Boston.
Yeah. And look at what you did. You went and grabbed your poor wife, the sender, out of Ohio to bring it down to Louisiana.
All I did was show out a little bit, and she never wanted to leave.
People are trying to get out of Ohio any way possible.
Yeah, nowadays.
11 years ago.
But I mean, Billy grew up, I believe, in Boston.
Yeah.
Only about 60 miles away from me, and he just decided to pack up and head down to Redneck County down there in Tennessee, and it's like, okay.
There you go.
No place like Tennessee. Tennessee's fine.
I like
Tennessee has really good land prices. They're really, really good land prices.
They had some nice area. We passed through it a couple of times on the motorbikes back before I had the Queen, the Cinder, and she made me get rid of my motorbike. But yeah, look, there you go, Mr. Robert. You can look it up. A moose are one of the few natural predators of the killer whale.
What did
Really? That's interesting.
See, I gotta. I'm gonna look it up.
I'm going to look that up too, because that's pretty damn interesting.
John, don't your computer is going to shut it down and lock it up. That thing from 1993.
I have logged more hours of Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, and anything else having to do with animals than any other person on the planet, I think. I have never heard that, okay?
I've heard it before.
You're lying.
No, I've read it in the book. I have.
A moose is a predator of a killer whale.
Yes.
Describe the situation in which this occurs.
When the moose is trying to swim across the ocean to get away from all the Yankees and Canadians, the moose has to be able to defend itself, and the horns are too big on it for the whale to swallow it, and the whale's teeth can't take the impact of the moose's feet. And
I wonder how a moose would do against the Portuguese man of war, or maybe a swarm of Portuguese man of wars.
He'd probably just pass right through it. He'd be like, "Hey," and the moose would be like, "Leave me alone." Bullwinkle would tear up the Portuguese man of war.
I don't know.
Liver mush. No.
A moose is a murder horse. It probably wouldn't care too much.
Oh, he was a Yankee at one point too. Oh my Lord. It's unbelievable how people just give up the privilege. It's crazy to me how people give up the privilege of being a Yankee to be a redneck. I don't get it. I just don't get it. There's rednecks down south. There's rednecks down south that are begging to become Yankees. And then there's some crazy Yankees up here that just decide, you know what, I'm going to go move down south and integrate with those rednecks and hillbillies. And
name one person from the South that is begging to become a Yankee, because even the ones that move up there don't want to be Yankees.
Yeah, they do. They just don't know it yet.
No, and nobody from the South begging to move north.
Yeah,
well, the reason why they have a hard time with the transformation is because most rednecks are very nice.
Their IQ about 400.
They're very nice conservative folks. Very nice conservative folks. And when you do get to Yankeeville up here in the north, you have to adjust to dealing with liberals. So that's where the hard time is. Like, you got to deal with liberals. Trust me, I've been a Yankee my whole life, and I still have a hard time dealing with liberals. But I think that's the hard part, is dealing with the liberals, blending in.
Florida is sinking due to all the Yankees moving down there.
Florida has become a great state to live in.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ron DeSantis.
That's Florida is like the land of the Yankubans.
Yeah.
a new group of people.
Yep.
You know, Yankees and Cubans mixing together.
MAGA the Santarians.
MAGA this, yep.
MAGA the Santarians. God bless them.
No problem, JT. Take your time. Do what you got to do, man. Work's more important. We just killing some time right now, doing some visiting. Probably give it about another 30, 40 minutes and you'll be shutting it down. I'm tired. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I just want to be up when the queen gets home. Make sure she makes it home all right. I'm starting to slow down. That wine got me slow.
It's a big change, man. Big change for Danny. He is in between a man, a man that can write his own ticket. You know, he's open, a free agent right now.
That could work both ways. It could bite me in the butt, but I don't think it will.
Yeah, we're gonna talk positive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not gonna end up in any worse situation than I was in. I'll put it like that.
I'll tell you what, I'm actually very jealous of your tomato plants, of the picture you sent me. Those look fantastic.
I don't know what the ones in the porch.
Yeah, the ones on the porch, those look awesome. Are those the ones you bought or you grew?
I don't want to show you the ones in the greenhouse if you like those.
No, I know the ones in the greenhouse must be doing great, but did you buy those on the porch or
No,
did you plant them?
That's the ones I planted last hitch. That's what was left over from the massive die off.
Oh man, they recovered well. They look great.
Yeah. That's the hydroponic fertilizer. It's amazing what it does to them.
What is it, like an 858, 856?
No, it's the master blend.
Oh,
screen
that's
up
right.
so I can see. I'm tired of looking at your Mankini man picture.
Is that the blend you put the Roundup, a few ounces of Roundup?
That's why I wanted you to come up so I could tell you about the Roundup. Damn it!
Oh yeah. I've been using Roundup ever since you gave me that tip 4 years ago. Works great.
That's going to be funny for a long time. I might even have to go back, find that, and take that clip and put it in a video.
Yeah, it works. Yeah, the Roundup, a few ounces of Roundup mixed into your fertilizer. Ooh, that's a good master blend right there.
But like a teaspoon of master blend, a teaspoon of calcium nitrate, and a half a teaspoon of Epsom salt mixed with 2 gallons of water. And that should get you at about 800 ppm of fertilizer solution. And that's what I run my system on all the time. I always mix it at that for the hydroponics. So about every 2 or 3 days, we would take some out the container and we'd water the plants with it. They're a little leggy, but it's at the point. That's what I want them at right now. I want them to be taller to where I can plant them a little bit deeper.
There you go.
But going from, half an inch to almost 10 inches in 2 weeks, round up in the hot tub. No, Trent, first off, thanks for stopping by. The Roundup is a joke. I do hydroponics. A couple years back.
Trent, I can see Trent scratching his head like, what the hell is he talking about? Roundup.
We were doing a long live stream. I think we were on the live stream for probably close to 8 hours. It was just like a marathon.
Yeah, it was like 4 years ago, something like that.
It was 2 years ago. And we was talking and we brought up the Bayou Gardener and told John it was the same setup, that the same fertilizer that I use, Mr. I can't remember his name right now. Mr. Donald. It's the same one Mr. Donald would use. And I said, but he always had one special. And I just like, John's waiting, boy. He's like, people in the chat were writing it down. It's like master blend, Epsom salt, calcium nitrate. And I'm like, they got one more. And like, You got to put a shot glass of Roundup in there. And John's like, Roundup? And it's, I couldn't stop from laughing. The people,
You almost got me. The Roundup.
Oh, no.
It took me a second to get the Roundup. What the?
Took you about 2 minutes. So the people in the chat too got it. They got caught too. Some people even said they wrote down Roundup, and then they were like, I wonder how that's gonna work.
Yeah, Roundup. Yeah, you did okay. I admit it. You got me for a minute there or two. Like, then it's like Roundup. Like, he's got to be shitting me. And sure enough, your laughing gave it away that you were full of shit.
I couldn't, dude. When I seen your face, the face you make thinking about it is, I couldn't not laugh.
Well, that shows you that I ain't that freaking dumb. Where when you mentioned the name Roundup and a fertilizer, it's like I'm pretty aware what Roundup is. It's a weed killer, so
yeah.
Okay.
Billy, I'm not sure if you're looking to make it 100% organic or not, but if you're not, look up the drunk compost. You use ammonia, beer, and Coke. Cheap beer, cheap Coke, and ammonia. I think it's a can of Coke, a can of ammonia. I'm sorry, can of Coke, a can of beer, and a cup of ammonia mixed in, and you spray it through one of the garden sprayers that distributes the fertilizer. It kind of mixes it. Basically, it'd be like 4 or 5 gallons where you'd spray it on top of your stuff, and it really supercharges, gets all the drunk compost. I don't know if you looked into that or not, but it does work well. It really works well. It supercharges the microbes and the bacteria and everything in there, and it really takes off. We bought 24 more chickens. Yay me. But we're gonna probably end up putting
egg laying chickens or meat chickens?
Egg laying chickens. We're hoping to we bought 4 straight run, and then the rest were all pullets. We're hoping to get a couple roosters out of those, and there's a possibility we got a couple friends that's going to give us some roosters. But I'm looking at it, the property, fencing in an area probably 25 or 30 by about 100 to put wood chips and like wood chips from the horse stalls, put them in there. The large bales of hay, anything that I can compost. I want to make a big area to where I can get in there with my tractor and move some stuff around. But I also want to be able to put chickens in there. More the chickens that are older that aren't laying, because the crew over here doesn't like to put them to freezer camp. We can put them out there and they can dig around in the dirt and help. Even though they can't produce eggs anymore, they can help with other things. So we're going to thinking about putting something like that out there to make large batches of compost and have the chickens help us turn it.
Do you have problems with hawks down there?
Not where this is going to be, because it's underneath some trees.
Oh, okay. So the hawks can't get in. All right.
They can get in, but they can't leave with the birds.
Right.
They can't leave with them. I mean, another good thing with hawks, you put up, all you got to do is put a sheet of plywood or something about 10, 12 inches off of the ground. And when the chickens see the hawks, the rooster will push them underneath there and the hawk can't get in, even if you're open. That's why a lot of places that have the movable chicken coops.
So you mean the chickens can look up in the air and see the hawk?
Oh, yeah.
They're not supposed to.
Why not?
Well, that's how hawks catch their prey, is they're supposed to be invisible. They're in flight.
The chicken hawks around here circle. They will circle quite a few times before they swoop in. They want to pick the one that's slowest and, maybe hobbled a little bit. They pick it before they go. They'll circle.
Oh, so you got chicken hawks.
Yeah, we have chicken hawks. Yeah.
Yeah, the hawks I got up here, they're the massive, massive hawks. They're not chicken hawks.
True. Yeah, I've seen some big hawks up in Ohio that had some weird type of hawks. They were huge.
No,
Seen some eagles too.
even when, yeah, I got eagles up here too. Even when I like, I in the summertime I have the dogs outside, and whenever Sushi is out there and he's in the open, you could almost bet within 5 minutes there's 2 or 3 hawks just hovering around.
The chicken hawks will actually come in and you go lay out in the field, and it doesn't take them long. They'll get up there and you'll see 1 or 2 start circling. The next thing you know, you'll have 8 or 9 of them circling, and
Oh, they think you're dead?
Yeah.
Oh.
They look for that. If you see a bunch of chicken hawks circling, usually there's a cow dead or something large dead.
Yeah, so basically they're like turkey vultures.
They're exactly. They eat nasty.
Yeah, like the town dump,
Right.
a few miles from here. You can go certain days early in the morning, and you got thousands of turkey vultures just swarming and just flying around.
Yep.
They must be looking for rats or something. I don't know.
That's one thing, Billy, we've had a lot of luck with around here is worms. There's a lot more worms than I figured we had in the area. We go dig, we don't find much, but when I was taking down my raised beds in the backyard, pulling that stuff out, I couldn't believe the amount of worms that it was actually in that.
That right there, that is a perfect example of when a Yankee actually turns into a redneck, is when he actually goes fishing with a worm. That's something a Yankee never ever uses, is a worm. Or a bobber. Never. I'm just throwing that out there. That's a perfect example. If you actually have to go grab a little worm to put on your hook, you're a redneck.
Trying to keep it PG.
If he's a smart Yankee and a good fisherman, he'll use a bobber.
Yeah. Not everybody goes fishing in the Gulf of the ocean, John.
It's called the Atlantic Ocean.
There's some really good fishing and some really good tasting fish in fresh water.
I'm sure there is.
He got the Yankee Gulf up there. Thinks everybody's going to be fishing just like him.
Chases his mud fish that he buys at the fish market for $2.
Man, that's the ugliest fish. I think black bass is the ugliest fish I think that I have seen.
Black sea bass are a beautiful species and one of the best tasting fish on the planet.
In the water, John, in the water, I'm going to say it is a beautiful fish. But when you haul that thing up out of the water, and it's got this extra coating of slime on it, and it's like buck tooth or something, I don't know.
What's so different with the stupid catfish that you guys dig up out of the mud? They have slime too.
Yeah, but not like that sea bass. And that sea bass is nasty looking.
Well, but that sea bass tastes pretty damn good.
Yeah, I understand that it does. And I've heard that a lot. I wouldn't mind catching some.
Oh, and just so by the way, I did win the Shed Wars 2022 fishing rodeo.
Yeah, you won.
I won it. Because Remy was on his live. Oh, I don't know who won. Remy, to refresh your memory, I won it.
Well,
I caught the first fish and the biggest, and my first fish was the biggest, 32-inch striped bass that weighed, I think, 15 or 12, 13 pounds.
Or maybe but how 15. Many pounds did you bring in?
In total?
Yeah.
I brought in over 160 pounds. I forget now, but it was over 160.
You only showed 2 videos with fish.
I don't have to show everything. You're just gonna have to take my word for it because I put it on video. I'm not gonna show you every ounce of fish that I catch on video because, like we've discussed, it's an honesty system where I don't have to fight in.
Honestly,
say,
I
harvested. You know, I could say I harvested a 3,000-pound tuna. No, if I didn't, then I'm not going to. Yeah, did I catch some? I caught some tuna, but I sold.
You had like 6 pounds of fish. By the time the video was done, the same 3 fish with 3,000 pounds.
No, I did catch.
I got proof of that video, John. I could show it.
I'd like to see it. I'd love to see it. I did catch tuna, but I sold the tuna, so I did not count it. Danny, stop digging. Drink your wine. Stop digging in there. What are you doing?
I'm finding your video.
No, we don't have time for that.
Well, we got plenty of time. That's all we got is time. You don't want me to get it?
I'm going to go check the plumbing in the bathroom. I'll be right back.
I know exactly where it's at. I could even show it on here.
Danny, knock it off.
So I was down at the coin shop today.
There was this blind man, right?
There's a blind man.
Colt 45 2 zigzags.
I was down there and I picked up some trinkets that I'm thinking about how to what kind of ways that people might win some of this trinketure. Looking at some sponsors too. Looking for some sponsors.
You've been showing all your videos, you know, the Mercury dimes and all that. Colt came home with a doubloon from
all
school.
right.
And this dude thought it was the most amazing thing ever. We can catch a leprechaun now. This is used to catch a leprechaun.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I need to get me a doubloon too. But the prices on a real doubloon is pretty dang expensive. But
oh no, this is just a little plastic one.
yeah, that's good stuff, man.
Yeah,
I like to. Oh no, the thing we want to do, Papa Pepper get bitten by a water moccasin. Yeah, he did. His first venomous snake bite might have been a water moccasin, and his second one definitely was. And the man went through some toughness right there, because anti-venom is like it's not covered by insurance anymore at all, and it costs like for one vial like $80,000 or so, or more, and it's not covered by insurance for any reason. So you get bit by a venomous snake, messing around with your friends nowadays, trying to pick one up, you goof up, you're gonna pay for it. But he's got him some good snake tones now. He's got real stuff. I'm gonna tell you what, Papa Pepper is like, he is as close to one of nature's own children out there, all right, in the woods and the swamp and everything, than anybody I know. He's like a turtle man or something out there. He's always out there, like grew up there, He knows what he's doing, but things can happen, and things happen. But he took everybody on he went along and showed everybody what he was going through with that snake bite. And there's one video that I think he took down for some reason. He was inside the hospital. I can't find it. It has a thumbnail but I can't find that video where he was in the hospital and they were, marking down how much it's swollen and all this kind of stuff. You know, oh yeah,
Robert,
yeah,
do you mind if I touch on the sponsorship program we're doing a little bit?
yeah, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, so for you guys that are here, the sponsorship program that we're doing in the community this year is we want the members, you guys, to become a little bit more involved in that. So when I say sponsorship, what is it? Right now we have three solid sponsors that are sponsoring. Wild Edibles is going to sponsor a challenge, which throughout the season, myself and Robert are going to be throwing out challenges. And I will be picking a certain sponsor to actually sponsor that challenge. And that sponsor has given me money, how much they want to contribute towards the sponsorship prize. And then that money will be spent on, the winner of whatever the competition or the challenge is. Danny, Cajun Hydroponics, he's also a sponsor.
You need
Uh,
to let me know where to send that,
yes, we will.
how to get it to you.
Right. Danny is a major, major sponsor. He was very generous with his sponsorship, and Homestead Aquarius is also a sponsor. And basically, the way it works is it gives your channel an extra, for 25, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, whatever you feel comfortable with donating towards a prize. Basically, we will allow you to pick your own challenge and introduce it to the community. And basically, I handle the money. And the reason why I handle the money is to make sure that the winner of that challenge actually gets their prize. Because I've seen folks in the past, throw out challenges and then they give up on the challenge and they don't actually pay out to the winner. So the reason why I take charge of that is simply to make sure that the winner or the runner up, however many places we do, gets something that they're owed. And Danny, you know, he was so generous that he will be sponsoring probably two or three different challenges, accordingly to how he wants to divide his share of money that he sponsored. He could say, I want to put $50 towards this challenge. I want to put 25 towards this one, and so forth. And we'll communicate and we'll break it down into that. So if you're, and you
Y'all
get
deal with
your channel gets an extra little, your channel will be the one that's sponsoring that specific challenge. So you get a little bit more, noticeable attention.
I'm not worried about the attention. The Lewis is
Will it
asking.
grow? Are we allowed to make friendly challenges? Lewis, yes, you can make friendly challenges. Just they're not going to be official where, you're going to be getting a prize or anything. Not at
If
least
you,
from the sponsors.
yeah, if you want to make a friendly challenge, that's fine. Just don't
Yeah.
broadcast any type of you're giving this out, or you know don't say
I
that
mean,
you have
you could do
prize.
challenges whatever you want. They're just not going. I mean, I can't stop your channel from doing whatever challenge you want. It's just not going to be, unless it comes through me, it's not going to be official within the community for prizes to be handed out, through the community. So, but your channel, you can challenge, do whatever you want. I can't control your channel, nor do I want to control your channel. By all means, do whatever you want.
Challenge you to a duel.
Okay.
Cut
Why
off
is
the
he?
sponsorships. I'm not sure you mean like Do they have to become sponsors within a certain time limit, or they can't?
No, throughout the year, if somebody, let's say, Jr. Junior grows in Alaska, if he says, "Hey, I want to challenge somebody to the biggest beat," he can email me and say, "Hey, John, I would like to make it an official challenge to who can grow the biggest beet. I will donate $25 for the winner." Okay, send me the money and a personal account, PayPal. Send me the money, and I will let your channel make that official challenge and have fun with it. It's your rules. You decide, whoa, it can only be this kind of beat or this or it's and if you don't want it to be official, it's your channel. Throw out the challenge all you want. It's just not going to be official. That's all.
Since you lost your own sunflower challenge last year, I'll sponsor.
I did lose.
What place did you come out?
Third. I lost to you by 2 inches. Hey, it's okay. I still had I think it was like 12 foot or whatever it was. You had like a 15-foot, and I actually helped you with a measurement. I actually gave you more because you're Cajun. Your math skills were a little bit off.
No, my math skills were perfectly fine.
No, don't give me that shit. I texted you and said, "Dang it, you got it all wrong. You actually have more than you do." Don't give me that shit.
No, you changed the rules at the end of the season. You can go back and look at your original. You said in your original video to measure at the widest part. And then at the end of the season, you measured the 2 widest parts on the head.
Yeah, I said, vertical and horizontally.
Not in the original video.
Don't you tell me what I said.
I'm gonna tell you about that.
I know what I said.
I beat you fair and square.
Where's that damn thing?
You looking for your dibblers?
Look, what does that look like right there? Read that.
The flower power pollinators.
Look, right there, bang. A square.
So you just did that. That's not from last year. You didn't even show that in the video last year.
That is how I explained it. Don't you dare tell me what I said and what I didn't say.
I'm telling you what you said.
You're
I don't care. Go ahead, suspend me. Look.
Hey, calm down. Calm down.
Robert, you know that I'm right.
Calm down, Danny. You mess around and get suspended.
I'm going to suspend his ass.
You don't need to suspend nobody.
Go ahead.
We're just fixing to get started.
I have we've been on here long enough. I have oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oops. I may have blocked somebody. Yo, stop putting stuff. Stop. I hope I didn't block somebody else. No, that was the only one. Thank God. Hey, Jilly, how you doing? Jellyfish has to go. Prime is pumped. Prime is pumped. Oh, we got 12 more minutes, y'all. Bear with us. Bear with us. Q, I'm trying not to, but he keeps poking me. I'm trying to be a good man. Mr. Roberts been teaching me since last season how to calm down and woosah and all that. John's teachings the year before didn't work well. Mr. Roberts last year worked well. It was getting better, but it's hard. John keeps pushing the buttons.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right.
I actually have a little project that we're trying to put together, trying to make some barn doors for the tank shed, trying to figure out a couple things on it, find the right parts and everything. Of course, Harbor Freight, trying to do it as cheaply as possible. Of course, Harbor Freight doesn't have what you need when you need it. It's Harbor Freight to have all kind of other stuff, but not what I needed. But I was able to pick up 2 out of the 12 I needed, and it does look like it's going to work. So I might have a really cheap solution to some barn doors. And we used pond liner last year to close off try to keep as much sun off of the solution tanks as we could. And it worked well, not well enough. And it's a hassle moving it out the way because it's so thick and it blows all over the place. So we're going to put some, we're going to build some barn doors to put on them to be able to get in and out, but be able to keep the sun off of it. Got a pretty good idea about how we want to do it. And if I can get the right pieces, I think it's going to work well.
How big is the solution tank?
Which one? We have 3 tanks that are 250 gallons that we mix solution in right now. What we used last year, there's 275 gallons that we mix solution in. Then we had 3 more that we would keep fresh water in and transfer to the solution tanks whenever we needed water. We shut down early last year because the shade cloth and with work, we didn't have enough water, and I wasn't home at the time to be able to haul it, so we shut down. So what we're going to be doing is actually adding 4 more 250-gallon totes in the chicken coop, raised up to where we can have more fresh water on location. But we're going to take the 3 tanks in the tank barn that were fresh water, and we're going to start using them to mix fertilizer in. Also, that way it gets to a point where, like, in the last 2 weeks, I use pretty much 275 gallons in the greenhouse in just over 2 weeks. It's going to continue as the plants get larger and the tomatoes start putting on. It'll get more and more and more. But the idea is, like, for right now, until it takes 2 weeks to be able to go through all, whatever, 1,500 gallons or 2,100 gallons, whatever it is, with 750 gallons. When it takes to go through 3 tanks in 2 weeks, then we're going to move over to the other 3. We're going to keep fresh water in the other 3 for now, just to have it in case of issues. But whenever it starts taking more, we're going to start adding more. The less time we have to leave the fertilizer in solution or in a tank, the better it is for it to be able to use.
Do you paint your tanks?
Say again?
Do you paint your tanks?
I did not. We've painted them before, and the paint didn't last. The amount of time and effort it took into paint the tanks, because when I fill them with water, the water's cool. And then so it makes moisture on the plastic, and then it ends up peeling. Nothing. I've tried 3 different types of paint, and it never worked out real well. So I built the tank barn, and it's closed in on 3 sides. Just I need to close the front a little bit better, and I really think it's going to work well enough with the doors to keep everything out of the sun.
Yeah.
Hey, Ragnarok Prepper, how you doing, sir? Nice
How's
to
it
see
going,
you.
Ragnarok? What's up, brother?
Bushcraft.
He changed his channel name. He changed his channel name.
Did it recently.
Ragnarok's Homesteading and Outdoor Adventures. I like that. Very nice name.
Yeah.
Also, Robert, quick question. I see that that Jill and Kerry, Belly Acres #3. Did they send you an email? Because I don't have them on my list.
No, I do not have them on my list. Unless she was.
I thought that she did send an email, but I don't have it on my list, so I don't think Belly Acres joined.
No, I think she may be a sponsor. I talked to her. We talked the other day, and she may sponsor, but I think she's got too much going on this year or something. I don't know.
Okay.
She's here now, you know.
No, that's why her name caught my eye immediately, and I went to my list to see if she was if she actually was on it, and I don't see her name on it. So she must not have emailed either me or you. So I just want to make sure that my list, which we need to talk about this list either tonight or tomorrow morning. So just checking up. That's all.
Yeah, gonna be a fun year.
Yeah.
We've got the. I ain't gonna tell that, but I'm sponsoring the one of the first things to give away. That's gonna be coming up soon, but I'll lay them details out later.
Okay, Gardening Warrior Q says Jilly cannot join this year, but she may sponsor. That's fantastic, Jilly and Kerry. You can email me and give me your idea how much you would like to put towards a prize, and I will appoint you either a challenge you decide you want to come up with on your own, or I will pick a specific challenge for you to sponsor. It's up to you.
Yeah, since she's been with us before, and so
and she's a blast, and Kerry, Dirty Kerry, yeah, Dirty Kerry's a blast.
We're looking for what we're trying to do is or what we are doing. We're not trying. We're moving our competition to where it's more community driven and more community involvement. We can come up with some fun stuff, but everybody else can come up with some fun stuff. Hey, good night, GT. Glad to have you with us, brother.
Yep.
Good night,
Thank
GT.
you so much.
Have a good night.
That's a growing gardening man up there. Sitting there watching a video he had. There's a dang moose right outside his window. And still, he didn't pet it yet. But he's gonna pet that moose before Remy does. But we want folks that's out there to have a chance to, design your own mini game or mini competition or mini contest, a little contest or whatever.
Gardening done all wrong. Good night. You have a wonderful night.
Have a chance to sponsor that. Now it'll be yours, and get a prize going for that. Send that traffic to you. But we're also looking for sponsors that are, outside of the competition. I'm looking for some people that, all of us know so many channels. What we would like to do is to have people from whatever kind of thing. I'm looking at people that do coins and jewelry, stuff like that. And, there's just about anything out there. And then whoever wants to sponsor, then they get some extra traction for their channel. They don't even have to be in the competition. So
right, not in the community, but they don't have to be in the gardening competition itself.
That's right. I mean,
right.
Let's
you
say
can be in the community. You can be in the community. You just don't have to garden, except if you don't garden, obviously you can't be in the gardening competition, but you can still be in the community as a, I don't know, as just strictly a fisherman if that's what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But I mean, if I've got, I'm looking at people that deal with coins, okay, and silver and all that kind of stuff.
right, right.
And they're not gardeners, but if they're sponsoring, then they'll be part of our community, but not competition, you know. But it's like Bass Pro. If we had Bass Pro or something like that, they're not necessarily part of the community, but we'd be happy to have them sponsor something, you know. But we want to help people. We want to help our community members to have fun and know what we're doing. Good night. BB turns all in Homestead.
Yeah, Ragnarok, we do have you on the list, sir. You are on the list, and also Jilly Belly Acres number 3. I look forward to seeing your email, and I'll be more than happy to, for us to share ideas with what you would like to do. I appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll make sure your channel gets a little push for your kindness and sponsoring something fun.
Yeah, we want to give everybody a chance to have some extra there, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got some neat things planned.
Ooh,
And-
she almost said she loves me. Look, Jilly almost said she loves me. She said, "Awesome, John." Ooh, so close to the "I love you." So close. So far, the only one that said she loves me is Gardening Warrior Q. But Jilly was right there. Come on, Jilly.
Q said she'd love to punch you.
No, maybe Dirty Carrie would like to punch me. See, eventually, folks do come around. They come around and they soften up to me, eventually. So will you at some point.
Almost love you. What?
You'll soften up to me at some point, or at least stop behaving somewhat decent.
Mr. Robert's working on it, but you keep pushing buttons with your dibblers.
Robert needs he needs a special conference on how to tame people.
He's doing well. You just
You
keep
think?
antagonizing.
You think?
Yeah.
If you're any reflection to Robert's teachings on taming folks, then Robert, you suck.
It's way better than what you did.
But hold on. Let me just mention one name of someone that you've been training for as long as I've known you, John. And
Who?
we'll
Sushi.
see how Sushi. Yeah. You've been training Sushi all this time.
That little bastard is untrainable. Where is he, that little bastard? There's no training that little bastard.
I've sent training pads to Danny and he keeps eating them. Okay?
Look, I tried. I have tried.
Which one of the dibblers have you tried, John?
I have tried teaching this guy manners and to be, cooperative within the community. And he takes it upon himself to just totally, like, he starts on the right path. And look, about 20 minutes ago, he almost got himself suspended.
What?
I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. I'm not, Robert. Robert, it sounds to me like you're going to be drafting a dead duck.
A dead duck.
Danny, that's not the way we handle our anger, remember? Woo-sha, right?
I'm very sorry.
It's the same for pregnant women in the Lamaze as it is for big boys like us at the buffet. Woo-sha,
Oh. a good sushi buffet.
Sushi buffet.
Oh, they have one right there down the road. Gonna make me go eat there tomorrow. God dog it. Had to say
Robert, are you
buffet.
really going through breathing exercises with him?
Well, I'm
Liz,
trying to. It's meditation.
Oh God, what I gotta go to. Oh, it's not fair.
hey, there was a lot of really easy stuff you left out there. I could have made fun of you for.
It's not. It's just not fair. It's not fair.
I've got a tough chin.
I'm not responding to that.
You said that. I'm just pointing out some of the easy stuff you let. You just like, boom, take
I'm
that.
not. Look, I
Danny.
ain't saying shit. How's that?
Hit that out the park, Danny. Come on, make.
I mean, it's laying there like low hanging fruit.
Then he got mad because I'm laughing. He's like, "What the fuck you laughing at? What the fuck you laughing at?" Like,
I did not use that kind of language.
He didn't even pick it up. He just giggled. He just laughing. He didn't. He could have picked it up and run with it. That is where the training has gotten us to. Okay, he just laughed and let it go.
Oh,
And I say, good boy. That's what you do, Danny. Just leave it there. Just leave it sitting there. Don't pick it up. You know. See, it's working.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe you should start working closely with Gardening Warrior Q.
Oh,
I think Q's going to be a little more at ease after she gets her her present.
Well,
from
she
the
did say she loves me tonight, so I think she is starting to come around a little bit. So
yeah.
we'll
She's starting off 3 weeks. 3 weeks suspended, I think, is what she said.
as of right now, it's still, as soon as tomorrow's official, most likely yes, 3 weeks. I might sleep on it tonight and drop it down maybe a week or two. We'll see. And always gardening and prepping. She came this close about a week ago to also getting herself in some shit.
Oh,
She was this close. Don't think I forgot about you.
I do have to give it to John. In his videos and when it's community event, he does really tone it down a lot. Myself, I do also. Sometimes I do have problems filtering it down, but late nights and stuff like that, we do get a little wide open. That's why we don't hashtag it with it, and we do pretty much put out there, after hours or rated R stuff like that.
Oh, here comes another one. Little piece of heaven, Cheryl.
Cheryl. Big good
Cheryl.
trouble.
Yeah, another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheryl.
They're participating again this year.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Nice.
They are hardcore and they are great, fantastic people. But Cheryl,
I'm gonna tell you what. I have things I can respond to in the chat. I'm gonna leave alone. But little piece of heaven farm. Them folks down there now, they doing it. They got some stuff going on.
That greenhouse.
Always got something going on.
yeah, Jetro, he does a great job. He does a really good work.
And I have learned a few things from them over the years.
Yeah. It's always fun to have the Cheryl and Jetro, Little Piece of Heaven, join us. They're very good sports. They like to have fun, and they are a ton of knowledge. You can learn a lot from both of them. She does more stuff in the kitchen, and she runs her mouth. You know, she doesn't know when to zip it. Gets her in trouble from time to time, but her husband Farron, I call him Jetro, but he he stays quiet. You know, he's scared shitless to even say anything the wrong way.
I doubt that very seriously, John.
Trust me.
The way that man works, I can promise you, he is not scared of you.
Oh yeah, I could see it when he's making a video that has anything to do with either Shed Wars or he is very tamed and he watches what he says because he knows that I'm going to see it. So
you know what?
And kudos to him. I have no beef with Jetro. He's fantastic. He's awesome gardener, awesome builder. The shit he does on his channel is pretty hands-on, like homesteading type of stuff.
Pretty hands-on.
That dude pretty
hands-on. Hands-on and works his ass off. It's amazing what he does alone.
It's
amazing.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you know, he's got his wife Cheryl that just, you know, she gets derailed a little bit from time to time, and you know, and unfortunately, you know, consequences come down on the whole channel as a whole because of her mouth. You know, she can't help herself. But we move on. That's the way it works. Is we move on. They take their penalties, you know, and we move on. That's all. You got to respect people that take responsibility for their actions. And so far, you've taken responsibility for your actions.
How?
You know,
I'm just trying to be nice.
You're still here, and I've suspended the living shit out of you over the years and penalized you, and you're still here because the one thing I got to hand to you is you do take responsibility for your actions.
You penalized me?
Yeah, I've penalized you plenty.
That ain't me. I turned mine off.
I will
suspend me, John. Yeah.
I can't suspend you, unfortunately.
That's
trust me, Robert. If I could suspend you, I would have suspended you permanently a long time ago.
Oh, let me tell you what. Operating that cleanup canoe after you, I would have suspended you a long time ago too. Oh,
what? Because you're the janitor.
You got it. When you get on that scale, it's most of your mouth that weighs, right? Lord, it gets us in trouble. Get me in trouble. Make me busy.
Well, somebody has to clean up the mess around this community, and that's where you come in. You're the janitor. That's why I made you the janitor. You go and you clean up.
John, I'm the swamp rat. Mr. Robert's the janitor, and you're the dibbler.
I am the marshal.
The dibbler. Dibble, 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 dibble. What? Dibble, 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 dibble. Yeah.
Yeah, always gardening. Yeah, always gardening. Don't worry, I'm watching you.
I might break out some of the clips from that live stream for my entry video.
That's right. After the draft, Robert, explain to them that they can make the video after the draft if they want to.
Yeah, after the draft is done and you are placed on a team, then you can make a video telling everybody about what you did, who did what to you, you know, all that kind of stuff, and tell everybody where you are. It'd be great. And hopefully, you know, we think that that's the best way to do it. Just hang on to your own team and then knock it out. You know, that hashtag is we really think that that hashtag is going to really help all of our videos. And it can be on the stuff, because it's not just gardening, okay? Gardening and homesteading skills. Well, that encompasses a lot of stuff. As for growing your green beans, for canning your green beans, for cooking up your green beans. That is for, feeding your chicken, taking care of them, doing garden tours, whatever. Whatever you're going to do on a homestead. Are you making candles on a homestead? Are you doing some herbal remedies, on a homestead? Are you making quilts on your homestead? You see, the ability to grow food. All right, now see, I think that most people, I hope to goodness, I hope that people are paying attention to the news of this world lately. It ain't looking better, folks, okay? So if you can grow a garden, that's great. But a garden is not going to, it's going to give you food. That's what you need. But it may not keep you warm. If you need a quilt or something like that, it's not going to do this, not going to do that. There's a lot of stuff that goes on into being self-sufficient. And we want to help under that hashtag, help people get their content out there under that same one. So we're allowing it to be used on all of that. And we think that it'll help in the search terms, algorithms, gardening and homesteading, or gardening homesteading skills. Okay, that's what people look for. They look for homesteading, they look for gardening, and a lot of times they're using the skills. It's a lot better than the old hashtag where nobody's going to be looking for shed wars, for doing anything that don't know about us, But the new hashtag is more generic. It doesn't have a catchy name to it, but yet it's going to help us. And we'll test this thing out. But we're going to have individual competitions for all of these things, like the Shed Wars World Fair that I was mentioning in previous seasons. So we're putting it all together under this one thing. And then what we want to do is at the end of the year, have a quilt judging contest, crochet, canning, cooking, baking, all of that under that hashtag. So it really opens up just so much content that people can do and put out there and be helped by. At least that's the way we look at it. And we'll see how it goes. If we need to make changes, we will. And one thing that we really want is we want feedback from our community, because John is this, Yankee guy, and I'm this old hillbilly down here, and we got some smarts to us, but we don't know everything. See, and we've got such a big community. There's a lot of ideas that everybody else has, and we want to hear them. So send us an email. If you've got an idea on how to make it better, or got questions or anything like that, or suggestions, send us an email. And if you've got something that you say, hey, let's do this, and we're like, that's a great idea. Well, boom, you're going to get credit for that, see? And that's going to be like your contribution to the community. It's great stuff. We want to have people to have fun and put your content out there, get it rolling under one hashtag. As a group, we are respected by the algorithm so much more than just an individual thing, So keep all of that in mind. Use that hashtag. And naturally, we all want to teach people how to do stuff, you know. So maybe this year with the way we're doing it, it'll be a better thing. Contests, prizes all throughout the year, chances for sponsoring, little gifts and stuff like that throughout the year. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be
Yeah,
chances.
the prizes throughout the year is something I want to do where, I want members to receive prizes throughout the year, not all, boom, at the end of the year. Some challenges like, the sunflower challenge I'm going to throw out. Obviously, that challenge is going to be almost a whole season long challenge that the winner will be announced at the end of the year. But there's going to be, like, let's say, potato challenge, onion challenges, that kind of stuff, where mid-season, hey, you're the winner of that challenge. Here you go. Here's a $50 gift card. Thank you for your participation. And, thank you for showing us how you did it, how you came about winning this competition, that kind of stuff. So this way, throughout the year, people get something, a prize. I mean, when we ask for sponsors, is just myself and Robert. We can't be the only two channels to be dishing out prizes, because it gets really, really expensive.
It is
Extremely expensive.
Yeah,
So by having sponsors like you guys as community members, now you guys can spend $25, $30, $50, whatever you want, and it can be spread out through different challenges. 25 for this challenge, 25 for that one, whatever you decide. Talk to me about it, and we'll make it nice and even, perfectly clear and straight. And your channel gets an extra push because you have, you paid, but hey, it's a challenge that's going to be thrown out to the whole community, and hopefully the whole community will take part in your challenge. So it's just a little extra kick.
I have a challenge. We can let the people vote on it. Prettiest mouth mullet.
I must say, I do grow a pretty good beard. I
Well,
must
see,
say
we've got 58 people in right now, not counting me and Johnson. We've got 60.
60 people.
60 people. But if we've got 60 people and everyone's sponsored, okay, then boom, what have you got? You've got 60 prizes, okay? And some people can, like Danny, he's got multiple sponsor situations.
Let's say 60 people. If 60 people sponsor $10 each, that's plenty of cash to go around for everybody to get something for challenges, even first, second, and third places.
Yeah. It's the strength of the community is the individuals, and the strength of the individual is the community.
Yeah.
And so the more people do to help, the more they are helped. It's like a group effort, that helps everybody.
Yeah.
Same thing, and that goes with the support for one another.
It's like it goes to like, right, it goes to like a super chat. There's a lot of folks that give a $10, $15, $20 super chat to a certain channel, just so their name can get highlighted in yellow and mentioned. When you're a member of a community like this, a global community, you don't have to give a $20, $30, $40 super chat. Nothing. You give a $10 donation, and that will do a lot more for your channel than that 2-second super chat yellow flash on whatever channel you give that to. Not saying I encourage super chats. It helps support the creator of that content. I totally support it because I give super chats to folks. And not for the sake of my name being mentioned or displayed, is because I want to support that channel. Like I'm a member of Danny's channel. I
Yeah, I
like to
can't
buy
believe.
I like to buy the guy a cup of coffee one time a month. I think I only pay 99 cents or something. But it buys him a coffee once a month. Or maybe not even, because nowadays a coffee cup's probably $5 or something.
Oh, I make my
But
own
it's
coffee in the house. That's plenty. I can't believe people actually even $1 a month for me. I
no,
told
but
you
it
that in it.
right, but it all adds up. It adds up. Like I have channel members, I think 15, 16, whatever it is. And that's revenue that at the end of the month, that is revenue that comes, whether I need to buy, brand new microphones, new cameras, whatever that I need to buy, all of it helps. And trust
Yeah,
me, everything I get from YouTube goes back into YouTube and more.
yeah. It's right now YouTube. I don't know. I'm getting the same views I was last year, but the payout on it is a lot less. Not that I was
Yeah.
making a bunch of money, but you know,
Well, they
the,
changed the payout format. They changed it. They make it. They don't pay as much now.
yeah,
They did change it last year.
it's
How much did they drop it percentage wise? Do y'all think?
I think they
half.
dropped to 3%. I think it was 3%. Either three. I think it was 3%.
Really?
Where I think the videos went from 8 cents, something something to like 5 cents something something.
Oh, that's 3 cents. That's not 3%.
Whatever the hell it is. Yeah, but
That's
they
like
did
forty
they did
percent.
drop it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it seems
Ragnarok
like.
Ragnarok has a question. Is there still going to be a website? As far as websites, we would love to have a website, but unfortunately, myself, I have no clue. I am a total idiot when it comes
Yes,
to web. Huh?
yes.
I'm
I was
gonna
agreeing
ignore you.
with you. Oh, you were still talking.
I have no idea
Yes,
how to run websites and none of that stuff. So, uh, uh, probably, but we would love to have an official website. We did have one uh, last year, but then
it
you
didn't
know
work out.
it didn't work out. So you know, we just let the website go. But it would be nice to have a website, especially if somebody would know how to run it, and we could actually keep like track of like people's weights, like an active count throughout the year, where members could
I,
get into that website and actually type in, okay, I harvested 30 pounds today of all kinds of things, and they add to their total, so it would be an active live count of each individual's channel. That would
I
be awesome.
I think what would work for something like that, that would be a lot easier than so much as instead of a website, you'd still need the website to be able to have the name and the place. But to me, a forum on that website would be a lot easier to maintain. You can go on there, start your own subject or your own thread in there is Cajun hydroponics weight, and you
Yeah,
can, when you wait, to me, it's you're not dealing with someone else having to go in and put it. With a forum, you just go in there and you take it upon yourself on, such and such a date. This is the weight we picked,
you know
and
what? For occasion, you're a hell of a lot smarter than I thought. I'll tell you what. Why don't you get working on that? And why don't you get working on that? There's your first task. There you go. I like that. I like it.
I do know somebody that does garden computer voodoo,
Okay.
but I'm not.
All right. All
No,
right.
honestly, I purchased the CajunHydroponics.com and .net a couple of years ago, only because it was like right at the point where Louisiana was going to
Before
um,
before it went underwater again?
No,
Sorry. Go ahead.
I know you're sorry. You better get straight. Um, Louisiana was talking about legalizing marijuana. So I went ahead and purchased the websites because I'm sure that I was making like a $30 bet basically for 2 years that if they legalized marijuana, somebody would want that name for a website. So I went ahead and bought that, but it's attached to my channel. I'm not going to let it go, but I do want to start, at least on one of them, just putting hydroponics, the pictures and stuff that we take. But I don't think it's really hard to set up a forum, to be able to do it. There's different ways with the forum. You can let people come in and do it, or you can have a really stringent.
I like that. A forum where I can go in without having to check in with you. I can go in and type in, okay, I harvested this. There's my total.
Yeah, and you can make threads. You can make your own thread. Each channel could have their own thread to keep their running totals where it's at. That way, everybody can go in there and look at it. Then you can also have other threads or other sections in the threads. You know how forums are broken down. They're not really widely
No, I
used
don't. Not
nowadays.
really. No, I don't. Not really.
Well, are you being a smartass or?
No, I swear to you, I don't participate in forums on Facebook. None of that. I don't. I have no clue.
A forum's different than Facebook
Yeah.
in premise, but you look at it like this: like you have a book with chapters, but each chapter is something different. It's not. It doesn't have to be a continuation of that book, let's look at it like this: you have a book with 7 books in it, and each book has different chapters. So in the forum, you have a main thread title like homesteading. In that homesteading, you'll have subtopics underneath it. Anyone can go in and start a topic and start discussions on that topic. You might have one discussion thread, or you might have 30 discussion threads. You might have 130 discussion threads. Then you have a gardening thread. In that gardening thread, the gardening topic, not thread, I'm sorry, I misspoke. In that garden topic, you'll have threads underneath it. Somebody might have a question on what do you use for tomato hornworms. People are going to give their ideas on what you use for hornworms. You can put all the topics you want, and anybody that goes in can literally go in and fill out, ask questions, answer questions. To me, having a forum, even if it's a private forum that's just for the people in the community to be able to work, because the more open it is, the more you have to worry about people coming in and spammers and bots and everything like that. And that gets to be a little bit more expensive because you have to have, on top of the pay-in for the forum, which is, I don't think is very expensive, but
see, that would be a great opportunity for someone that has knowledge of that stuff you're talking about there to step up and be a sponsor and say, hey, you know what? I know how to do this shit. I want to be a sponsor of the global gardening and homesteading community, and I'll set up the forum. And that would be a great sponsorship opportunity for someone that's interested in handling something like that.
Yeah, not.
I like it.
Sure.
I like it.
What you say, Mr. Robert?
I'm a little more reserved on it for right now, but
Okay.
John's for it. If we find somebody that if people want that, they can use it, then we'll try it again. But I'm a little once bitten, twice shy about things. But if we can talk about it later.
Yeah, we can talk about it to the side. I have some ideas on it.
But let me say this. Let's try to keep chat focused on what we're talking about here and not get too far off into territory that we don't need to be necessarily bringing up in here.
Okay.
In the chat. You know, there's some stuff in there that's starting to get a little dicey. Might have some words and stuff in there that you don't want associated to your channel. You know, might draw some unwanted empirical attention,
I got you.
as it were.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's 11:30 already. We've been on here for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, been fun. Tomorrow it kicks off.
It's gonna be some good times. Mr. I love to dibbler.
Ah, you fucker.
I'm Johnny Cash. You never noticed either.
Yeah, I do like to dibble certain things.
Don't get suspended. Don't get suspended, Danny.
Nah,
Let's go ahead and shut it down. Y'all go ahead and say goodnight. I'm going to say goodnight. We're going to shut it down.
You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for the participation here. And I will see you guys all tomorrow on my channel at 8 o'clock p.m. Yankee Eastern Standard Time. And let's get this draft and this season on the way. So thank you guys, and you guys have a wonderful night.
Yep. And after the draft is over, we'll be coming back over here to have a happy and crying, depending who you got picked by.
And he's gone now. Thank God. I didn't think he's ever going to leave. Okay. So, folks, it's been fun. We've got the first half of the draft. Mama Al asked about that a while ago. We've got so many people. We're going to have half the draft on Saturday night, half the draft on Sunday night. And good luck on everybody. I want you on my team, but I can't get everybody on there. So good luck to all of you. Y'all be good. Thank you, Danny, for having us up, trashing your place. We will see y'all tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right. See y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good one. Y'all sleep good. Later.